Right now at 5, temperatures are on the rise, and now we are talking about a mosquito-borne virus detected in Yakima County. Stacy.
And record-breaking heat wave continues. I'll break down the numbers and let you know when we might see a little bit of relief.
Plus, we are taking you to Pendleton for a joint summit focused on fighting domestic violence.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 5 on your side.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Alyssa Warner.
And I'm Austin Reed. Fire season, that's where we begin. Benton County fire crews battling a large fire along Interstate 82. The fire was reported around 1:30 this afternoon, right near milepost 85. That's just outside of Prosser. Our reporters witnessed aerial support arriving by around 3:30 p.m. We will continue to bring you updates as we receive more information.
And you've got to be careful if you're driving on 82 in that area. They've been closing some lanes from time to time to give the firefighters room to work. So if you can avoid it, I definitely would this evening.
Absolutely. And record temperatures, no rain in sight. So Stacy, is this just going to be the story for the next long time?
At least for another day or two. And let's talk about records. We were close. I'll step out of the way. We needed to hit 106 today to break a record set back in 1905 in Tri-Cities. Yakima 107, Walla Walla 113, Hermiston 104, Pendleton 110. Keep those numbers in mind. Let's take a look outside right now. There it is. We are 107 degrees on our Legends Casino Skycam. Feels like temp 106, humidity low, fire danger is high. Now, did we actually break some records? Yes, we absolutely did. Let's take a look at temperatures all through the area. Still seeing triple digits all around the region this afternoon. But here's the records that we hit today. Ellensburg, new record of 103. Tri-Cities and Hermiston hit 109 just a little while ago. And Prosser now at 106. And I'm going to give you our friendly heat reminders. Of course, do those outdoor activities early. Be drinking lots of water. Get some relief in the shade. And check on your elderly neighbors. Tonight, not a big cool down. 71 is going to be the overnight low. And when I say 71, it dips down for about an hour or so, and then it starts rising. Another hot day ahead of us tomorrow. Look at this. Again, triple digits. Could be breaking some records. Our fire activity increases with those breezy to gusty winds. So clear and warm tonight. Record-breaking heat continues tomorrow. Breezy winds as well. Fire danger high. All those details coming up. Austin, Alyssa.
Thanks, Stacy. State and local health officials say a mosquito pool has tested positive for West Nile virus in Yakima County. That sample was collected from the Sunnyside unit of the Sunnyside Snake River Wildlife Area. Now, there's been no human or animal infections of West Nile virus reported in Washington so far this year. But health officials say to prevent that from happening, you should be using insect repellent, cover up with loose-fitting long-sleeve shirts and pants if you can when you're outside, and take steps to control mosquitoes indoors and outdoors as well. We have a full list of these recommendations on our website, applevalleynewsnow.com. We know at least 2 houses were destroyed by fires on the 4th of July in the Tri-Cities and the Yakima area.
Yeah, one of those fires happened right here on Melody Lane in the Pasco-Franklin County area. Only Apple Valley News Now spoke with the family who lost everything. We first introduced you to the Lopez family last week. They actually operate the legal fireworks stand at Edison and Clearwater in Kennewick. The money each year goes toward their church, Faith Center International. On 4th of July night, the family was helping close the fireworks stand when they got a call from Pasco Fire that their house was on fire and hardly anything was salvageable.
We're putting the stuff in the fireworks into storage, and we got a phone call, and they said, "Hey, your house is on fire." And at first I thought it was a joke, like, can't be. And they said, "No, your house looks like this with this type of door." First question we ask is, how is it? Is there anything we can save? And the fire chief said, it's pretty much all gone.
No one was hurt in the Pasco fire. As for a cause, it's still unknown. Now, another blaze broke out on the night of 4th of July, as Joel Johnston is now asking the community for help after a fire destroyed his father's home and RV in Yakima. Joel says that a leaking propane tank caught a spark and ignited the fire, which quickly engulfed the house. Thankfully, everyone got out safely. You can now donate to both families on GoFundMe. Well, the Confederated Tribes of the Umatilla Indian Reservation's Family Violence Services is hosting a tribal, state, and federal. This is a summit focusing on domestic violence.
Yeah, it's underway right now at the Wild Horse Resort and Casino, set to continue through Thursday. Riley Fitzgerald has a look at some of the resources available.
It's a 3-day event here at Wild Horse Resort and Casino, walking through various aspects of addressing intimate partner violence. That started this morning. This year's summit follows the 2022 Violence Against Women Act renewal, which expanded tribal courts' criminal jurisdiction to cover non-native suspects of sexual assault, child abuse, stalking, and sex trafficking. I talked with Desiree Coyote about how this recent legislation is impacting tribal nations in our area and about what's next.
Oftentimes, when systems step in for domestic violence or sexual assault, they take care of it right then and there, and then they're gone. But for the victims and the families impacted by the violence, it's a lifelong process. So sometimes the way that the policies or laws are written, it does more harm than good to those who are entangled with the systems.
The push for change started in 2010, when tribal nations were given the ability to prosecute non-natives who committed domestic violence on tribal lands. In 2022, that was extended to include sexual assault crimes, child abuse, and property damage. While that change is important, Coyote says this summit at Wild Horse is meant to bring the systems forward to understand why these laws are important and how to incorporate them in a way to benefit the people. She says right now, the language in the laws can sometimes hurt more than help.
But when you take a look at where our children are, Indigenous children are, and the number of them that are in the juvenile system or jails or trafficked, and many of them are because the system removes them from home.
She says they're trying to make changes happen now, not in the future.
We've made those changes at the state level. Now working with Oregon Department of Human Services in regards to child welfare, I want to say the last 5 years, in how they work with families who are impacted by domestic violence and children. So still more work to do there.
The event continues tomorrow and Thursday, expanding on those topics. It is free to anyone. Reporting in Pendleton, I'm Riley Fitzgerald with Apple Valley News Now.
Riley, thank you for that. The city of Ellensburg has been working on a plan to build an overnight shelter. They're calling a sleep center for people experiencing homelessness, but process is slow going. Experts picked the site of Hope Source's incoming Pathways affordable housing project on Ruby Street. Nearby business owners and parents of children of a local daycare pushing back. And they and Hope Source asked the city in a letter to remove its site from the short list. Now, there are still 4 possible locations, but the city is now looking for a short-term fix.
I think we're recognizing that is not going to happen this winter, so we need to get something in place to fill that gap from the Ministerial Association not being able to do the cold weather shelter.
Coming up new at 6 tonight, how the city and county are partnering together to make sure people have a safe place to go this winter.
The NATO summit celebrating 75 years of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization began in Washington, D.C. today. So after Russia attacked Ukraine in February of 2022, President Biden repeatedly warned that any attack on a NATO ally would prompt a military response from the United States. Ukraine is not a part of NATO, but the summit this week is expected to result in a pathway that would allow Ukraine to join the alliance. Ukraine's president is also in D.C. right now. He's preparing to meet with President Biden and to deliver a speech on the sidelines of the NATO summit.
Protesters will not be allowed to march through a security zone outside the Republican National Convention in Milwaukee, Wisconsin next week. The ACLU and the coalition to march on the RNC 2024 filed a lawsuit saying the city's plan to keep protesters away from the convention violated their free speech rights. This week, a judge said they have a right to protest, but the city has a right to set regulations limiting how and where it happens. A huge storm that set records for the Atlantic hurricane season has been downgraded from a hurricane, but is still bringing severe weather from Texas towards the East Coast. Laura Aguirre has the very latest.
I went outside to look for it, and I saw it. It was coming.
Coming at him, a tornado fueled by Beryl's powerful winds in Benton, Louisiana, Monday.
It sounded like a train, like a big freight train was right on top of you.
The freight train of Beryl roared ashore into Texas Monday after a long and deadly trek through the Caribbean and Mexico in recent days.
It happened like super fast as I was going downstairs to check on my son. That's when I heard the big crack.
Haley Laredo's mother-in-law is among the multiple storm-related fatalities in Texas and Louisiana, killed when a tree crushed the Laredo's home in Houston.
It really had my heart racing because there was a lot of unknowns. I did not know his whereabouts.
Tom Webb's father, one of the lucky ones, narrowly escaping a similar fate when a tree smashed his home in Jasper County. Beryl's winds also causing widespread power outages, leaving millions of people across Texas sweltering in oppressive temperatures, according to poweroutage.us. The Houston area especially hard hit.
We will get your power on as quickly as possible.
The city's mayor says thousands of additional power crews are mobilizing to bring customers relief, and several cooling centers in the state are now open. Meteorologists have the record-setting triple-digit heat wave continuing from Texas up through the western U.S. until week's end. They're also now tracking post-tropical cyclone Beryl through the Midwest and Ohio Valley, bringing with it the threat of tornadoes and heavy rain in the hours ahead. I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
Well, extreme rain really not the concern for us on the West Coast right now. Coming up, we're tracking a fast-growing fire in Oregon as firefighters are battling extreme heat along with the flames.
And speaking of the heat, our Stacey Lee is talking continuing triple-digit temperatures, raising that fire risk here in our area. Her full First Alert forecast coming right up.
It's a celebration of cab this summer in Walla Walla. Take part in special tastings of rare library wines, enjoy intimate winemaker dinners, and gain access to premium cabs during the wine panel presentation and tasting. Tickets are on sale now at wallawallawine.com.
I have 2 options for you to take a look at. When it's time for an update or a complete remodel.
Just watch yourself there. So here, guys, we're going to rip everything down to the stud.
Rebath is with you every step of the way, from design and products to removal and installation.
Okay. What do you guys think?
We handle the entire process to create a beautiful and functional bathroom for whatever your life needs. Rebath, with you every step of the way. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,000 off your complete bathroom remodel.
Swing into Fred's Appliance today for our 4th of July celebration and discover unbeatable deals on the largest selection of in-stock get-it-today inventory in our region. Take home this LG refrigerator for just $16.99 after a $100 mail-in rebate. This LG not only boasts a smart cooling system that adapts to maintain optimal temperatures, but also features a spacious, customizable layout perfect for any family size. We sell appliances. Only appliances.
I grew up picking cherries right here in this orchard. Bumps and bruises on us, never on them. If only Congress worked that way. Professional politicians look out for themselves, while working families suffer from inflation, open borders, drugs, and crime. We can do better. We can secure our border and make life affordable again by picking better people to fight for us in Congress. I'm Tiffany Smiley, and I approve this message.
Attention all Hanford and PNNL workers and contractors. Join United Energy Workers Healthcare for a free lunch and learn resource fair on Friday, July 19th at the Three Rivers Convention Center in Kennewick from 11 to 2 p.m. You may qualify for additional healthcare benefits and financial compensation. Learn more at our free lunch and learn resource fair on Friday, July 19th at the Three Rivers Convention Center in Kennewick from 11 to 2 p.m.
It's a celebration of cab this summer in Walla Walla. Take part in special tastings of rare library wines, enjoy intimate winemaker dinners, and gain access to premium cabs during the wine panel presentation and tasting. Tickets are on sale now at wallawallawine.com.
Take off over a fun park. Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 tonight.
Welcome back. It appears the interest rates won't be going lower anytime soon. This morning, the head of the Federal Reserve told lawmakers in Congress, even with 11 interest rate hikes within an 18-month period from 2022 into 2023, we're still not seeing inflation drop to levels that the Fed is happy with. Federal Reserve Chair told lawmakers he is keeping an eye, though, on the job market. And he says if more people start getting laid off, the Fed may have to lower interest rates, even if inflation is still higher than their goal. Now, starting next week, Target will no longer accept personal checks. The company says since most people aren't writing checks anymore, they're going to switch to only accepting other forms of payment like cash, credit and debit cards, or virtual options like Apple Pay. That change officially happens July 15th.
As we are talking about the extreme heat hitting the entire West Coast, it could have an impact on the lavender harvest. The owners of one small farm down in California say they have already changed their workday schedule to keep harvesting despite triple-digit heat.
When Mother Nature says it's ready no matter if it's 110 out or 85. We got to get it off the plant and processed.
Triple digits really hinders us during the middle of the day. We just need to take a break and stop and kind of split our day. So we'll work until about noon or 1 o'clock and then let the temperatures cool down and pipe back up in the evening.
The owners also say they typically start harvesting at 5:30 in the morning and then take a break to manage the rest of the farm during the heat of the day, as they were just talking about. A wildfire burning near Medford, Oregon in southern Oregon has burned more than 3,000 acres. It's still spreading at the moment. Officials are calling this the Salt Creek Fire. It was first reported on Sunday, and as of this morning, containment was listed at just 2%. Fire officials say in addition to the usual fire dangers, the weather is making their work more difficult.
We have firefighters from lots of different agencies here. When firefighters got on scene, it was about 2 acres in size. Due to the heat and the wind and how dry everything is, it grew very quickly.
This part of southern Oregon is seeing conditions very similar to what we are experiencing here, with triple-digit temperatures and breezy conditions.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And let's start off on that note and look at our dust level sky cam. You can see off in the distance we have a haze in the area because we do have some fires burning around the area, bringing that smoke in. 107, we tipped at 109 a little while ago. Our feels like is 106. Our winds are light at 5. Our sunset at 8:49. Let's talk air quality. You see that smoke in the air? It is impacting our air quality. Right now we're at sensitive to dangerous to sensitive groups, folks that have lung and heart conditions. We're seeing that elevated, and if we start getting into the red, we'll see unhealthy, and we're seeing pockets of that. Elsewhere, we're moderate as far as air quality goes, but we're going to keep a close eye on that. We're mainly being impacted here by the Pioneer Fire, which is burning near Chelan, has now grown to over 10,000 acres and only 14% contained. A lot of that smoke coming into our area. Now, the wind is going to start shifting, and that should improve our air quality. Let's take a look at our Futurecast smoke map. We see that hazy air, that smoke, but it's starting to peter out and move on out of our way because we will start to see some westerly winds tomorrow, which will keep that smoke out of our region. We still have red flag warnings all through the region. Pretty much the entire West Coast is a red flag warning. Hot and dry, low humidity, and we'll see those breezy winds picking up tomorrow. In fact, here's a look at our western heat wave, heat advisories, excessive heat watches, and of course excessive heat warnings, all on the western part of the United States. The weather pattern continues tomorrow, so the flow is wrapping around this high pressure, and that's bringing those hotter temperatures into our area, more record-breaking possible for tomorrow. Let's take a look at the next 12 hours and see how we cool down tonight. We'll still be in the triple digits at 8 p.m. tonight. Lower 90s by 9 o'clock and eventually dropping down to about 70. But as you can see, those temperatures don't stay low for very long. And after that 5 a.m. mark, we actually start to see temperatures rise. Here's what it looks like tonight in Yakima. As far as your cool down, you'll still be in the 90s by 9 p.m. Triple digits in Hermiston till 8 o'clock tonight, only getting down into those lower 70-degree temperatures early in the morning. Triple digits through 8 o'clock in Walla Walla. So very, very hot. out very, very dry. And tomorrow, well, it doesn't get any better. Again, we see these triple digits where we could break multiple records through our area just as we have today. Let's take a look at that 7-day planner. Hitting 103 tomorrow in Yakima will break a record from 1975. We stay in those triple digits. A little tiny bit of a cool down on Thursday, but right back to the triple digits as we head towards the weekend. We got to hit 106 to tie the record from 1975 tomorrow in the Tri-Cities. Right now we're forecasting 110. In Walla Walla, we'd have to hit 114. We're forecasting 107, so we'll probably avoid the record there. But in Hermiston, the record was set back in 2015 of 105, and our forecast is for 108. And as you can see, triple-digit temperatures just stay with us all the way into the weekend. Even though we dip down a few 8 to 10 degrees, I don't think at this level you really notice that. I said that when I walked outside today, I felt like I was in an easy bake oven. Not that I've ever been in one, but just saying. Anyway, it's going to be hot. Be safe out there. More to come, including your viewer photo of the day. Austin, Alyssa.
Thanks, Stacey. Well, all that heat is not stopping local events. Up next on Apple Valley News Now at 5, we're talking about plans for Trivia Night. It's a partnership with local libraries. We'll be right back.
Jessica Julol and Jules Sperling. Good Morning Northwest, weekdays on your side.
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. Hit by a big truck? I know how to be their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
Call 853-2222.
Have you heard about refractive lens exchange? K2 Vision RLE means no glasses, no contacts, and no readers permanently. And you'll never develop a cataract.
No glasses or readers. K2 Vision RLE.
Wild Horse Resort and Casino is shifting into high gear with the $160,000 Ultimate American Road Trip. Win free play gas cards or cruise your way up to $50,000 cash every Friday and Saturday. Earn entries every day and multiply them on select Mondays. Then, on July 27th, win a new Harley-Davidson motorcycle. Wild Horse Resort and Casino. More winners, more often.
Communist China poses an economic and national security threat to America.
And Dan Newhouse is the leader in Congress fighting for our security.
Dan stood up to Communist China and wrote the bill to stop them from buying up American farms and ranches.
And Dan's working to secure the border and stop the flow of deadly Chinese fentanyl through Mexico and into our communities.
Where Joe Biden fails us, Dan Newhouse fights for us.
I'm Dan Newhouse, and I approve this message to stand up to Communist China and to secure our border.
The Y Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
Get ready for an unforgettable season with the Yakima Valley Pippins baseball team. We're celebrating our 10th season, and we want you to be a part of the excitement. Join us at the Yakima County Stadium for a fun, affordable, and professional baseball experience. From single game tickets to season ticket memberships, group events, and merchandise, we have options to fit everyone's needs. This season only, we're offering special deals to celebrate our 10th season. Don't miss out on Yakima Valley Pippins baseball.
Stop thinking, let things happen, and be the ball. Better yet, see the ball with K2 Vision RLE. K2 Vision RLE. No readers, glasses, contacts, or cataracts.
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. Hit by a big truck? I know how to be their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
Call 853-2222.
All right, calling all Bigfoot believers. Summer's Hub of Kennewick and Mid-Columbia Libraries are partnering up to showcase Little Brewery Trivia Night, but Sasquatch edition.
I think I know some people who are going to be here. The event is tonight. It is 2 hours long from 6 until 8 this evening at the Summers Hub in Kennewick. Each trivia team can be up to 6 Squatch seekers, and it is open to anyone. It's also free to participate. Event coordinators say there's no need to register. All you need to do is show up for 6 rounds. They'll be as competitive as you make them.
It's pretty laid back, pretty fun, and like a good like ribbing between siblings kind of a deal. Like it'll be competitive, but it's not going to be like super overly competitive. It's a good time. We've had a lot of good fun and a lot of good success at our trivias in the past if people have ever attended any of those.
And at the end of the trivia night, prizes will be available for the first and second place winners.
Make sure you drink a lot of water.
Lots of water needed.
All right, you are going to need to prepare for the heat. We are in the midst of what could be a record-breaking day for the region. Stacey Lee will have one final look at the forecast.
And still ahead tonight, a transgender athlete won a high school girls state championship. That's prompted backlash all across Washington, but the WIAA says the rules have actually been in place for more than a decade. We're taking an in-depth look at gender in high school sports coming up on Apple Valley News Now at 6:30.
Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
Should we take a look at? What do you think?
So here, from design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $500 off your tub or shower remodel.
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. At my law firm, we have a team that knows big truck wrecks. Big truck insurance companies know that we have the knowledge and experience to get you paid everything you deserve. Call the heavy hitter. When I call the insurance companies, they listen. Hit by a big truck, I know how to be their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariana Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
Dear unbreakable spirit, when the terrain is gnarly, you steady us. When obstacles are ahead, you lift us. When the turf is hostile, you inspire us. Own a legend. Toyota Trucks.
Right now, you can lease a new 2024 Tacoma for just $389 per month. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Want to test drive U.S. Cellular's nationwide 5G coverage?
Yeah.
Download our app. Want to do it even faster?
Here we go.
U.S. Cellular works great out here. Wow, still have 5G here too. Hey, I wonder if U.S. Cellular lets me stream in my rec room. Yep, it's working.
Try out our nationwide 5G coverage free for 30 days. Download the U.S. Cellular Try Us app today.
Downtown Summer Nights 2024, presented by Yakima Federal Savings and Loans. Mark your calendar for the last 3 Thursdays of June, July, and August. Join us at our new location, 15 West Yakima Avenue. It's time to make this summer the best one yet. Live music, local artists, and delicious food await. Bring the whole family for a night of fun and festivities, and for our guests over 21, don't miss out on our exclusive beer garden. Enjoy the best cocktails, wine, beer, and cider the Valley has to offer. For more details, visit downtownyakima.com.
So what do you think about these?
We're going to take everything. From design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,000 off your complete bathroom remodel.
Take off for a bird's eye view of a fun riverside park.
We bring our bikes down here, we walk down here, and then when mommy's tired, we drive down here.
Fly the Northwest.
It's a huge asset. I really enjoyed it.
Apple Valley News Now at 6 tonight.
Whitman Hill Winery is proud to support Apple Valley News Now's Restaurant Showdown.
64 restaurants, 4 regions, 1 champion. Get ready to make your voice heard in the Restaurant Showdown, coming soon from STCU, Les Schwab Tires, and Whitman Hill Winery.
All right, check this out. A beach town in southern Maine is training dogs to serve as lifeguards. They just got a new puppy who is already learning life-saving skills from the 2 other beach dogs. This program started a couple of years ago. If a swimmer is in trouble, the lifeguard goes in first. Then the dogs follow to pull the swimmer to safety. And trainers say this is actually really good because the dogs know how to navigate rip currents. They are also strong enough to pull up to 5 swimmers to safety. whereas a human lifeguard would only be able to handle 2 or 3. Plus, they are so fluffy.
They are very fluffy.
I need them.
It looks like they love the job, right?
Yes, I mean, they're Newfoundland, so that's what they love to do.
That's their thing.
But it was also looked a lot cooler in Maine than it feels here right now.
Absolutely. Speaking of that, let's take a look at our weather photo. Yep. I don't know how you get hot in a picture, but Dee, you did a good job of capturing that in Walla Walla. Hot, 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 she said. If you'd like to see your photo on the air, just grab that QR code on the right side of your screen. It's going to be another hot, hot, hot day tomorrow. Let's take a look at that 7-day planning forecast. We could potentially break some more records like we have today. We continue into the triple digits. A tiny little cool down on Thursday, and I mean tiny, 99. So you're not going to feel it really, but we stay triple digits. So we're looking at possibly breaking a record of an extended triple digit forecast. Josh and I are following this very closely. So anyway, be safe out there. It's going to be hot, fire danger really high tomorrow.
Please be careful. Don't even pull over. All right, we're back tonight at 6.
Have a good one.